top, then you wouldn't hear cheer at all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no top, 'cause
It's week 14 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Justin Jefferson. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. It's the Vikings and the Lions. All that and more coming up next.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should... Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Taking in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins. They start the drive with Cook. Pass the 20 for a short gain, 2nd down. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 14 carries, 69 yards.
And simply put, partner, we're witnessing one of the best offensive players in the league so far this season. What he's been doing has him 2nd in rushing across the NFL, and the top spot is clearly in sight. He's confident. His blockers are confident. He's having a heck of a year.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Here's Williams to return. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading them out, the 26 overall pick from the 2020 draft, former Utah State Aggie, it's Jordan Love. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The numbers for Williams a week ago, 15 carries, 127 yards, and a score.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
Ready.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify. I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the chain.
And in for the Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Cousins on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Vikings at 7-5 now in the year. They were losers their last time out. Try to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. To the air again, it's Cousins. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Cousins now. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Osborne. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. First down, here's the run with Cook. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
This is caught. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it, looking at a 4th down and 2. Cousins. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Love's throw complete there to Beckham. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's Love. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. Love. Pass complete on the out route to Beckham. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the option, here's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. As we roll on here in the month of December, Week 14 coming up tonight. We got a good one in the AFC West. Get the parkas out. Kansas City and Denver from the frigid Empower Stadium at Mile High. And then tomorrow night you can turn those parkas in for some shorts, golf polos, and flip-flops. Monday Night Football in Arizona. Patriots, Cardinals, 8:15 Eastern.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To throw, Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Working with a 2nd and 3. Cousins gives way to Cook. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
A first down throw for Cousins. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly. Second and long. Under pressure, they got him again. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here third and long. Looking to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football.
Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Here now, time to discuss Odell Beckham Jr. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
Finding space at the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked all really well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 54 yards. And the Lions will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. The point after is good. And that makes the score 14-7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incomplete.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and long for Cousins. That one caught by Carter. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Quickly to Hawkinson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his fifth catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Second down and 3. Cousins to throw it. And he's got this to Jefferson. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Justin Jefferson as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
On second down, Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On third down, Love. He's airing it out for Williams. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
From the 17, Cousins. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. And here's Ryan Wright now, standing just outside his own goal line. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Detroit back in possession of the football. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now here's the option play going left. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Credit Zadarius Smith, able to get through and make that tackle for a loss.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
On the option to give to Williams here.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Love now. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Love's throw complete there to St. Brown. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamal Williams, his third rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was Jamal Williams who ended things with a touchdown run. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Third and short yardage, Cousins. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Fourth down, Cousins. To Jefferson on the slant. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard fourth down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw taken in by Hockenson here. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
A 6-yard play brings up 2nd and 4 at the 16.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins, a hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Ready, go! They try the left side here with Williams.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
14 yards that time for number 14.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Play action this time with Love. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
Touchdown, Detroit. Jordan Love, 36 yards.
And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
And now out comes Minnesota.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
A quick reaction as he catches it off the tip.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Cousins throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. First down. Here's Cousins.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun. Love. That's complete to the tight end, Akins.
Now, hang on, we got an injured player down there. Oh, boy, that's Odell Beckham Jr., OBJ, who's hurting. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Love now to pass on 1st down.
Got St. Brown running the quick slant here.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jordan Love
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lions have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
To throw again on second down. Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. Room here to run. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance of victory.
And you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Williams going to get it again on second down. And he takes this one in for the Lions. Touchdown. Jamal Williams with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
On second down, it's Cook again. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal.